Hey everyone, I'm Shalima, your English coach. Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about something deeply personal yet universally powerful. Yes, so today's topic is daily practice, the key that changed my English. Look, and this isn't a story about expensive international courses. It's not about something studying abroad, and it's certainly not about having some extraordinary talent. It's about something much simpler, something accessible to every single one of you. So, I'm talking about what I did consistently right at home, even when no one was watching. The truth is, real transformation doesn't happen in crowded classroom alone. It happens in quiet rooms through small repeated habits that feel insignificant at the time but turn into massive results over weeks and months. So why do so many people study English for years and struggle to speak confidently? It's simple. They study but they don't practice. They rely on learning instead of doing. I was there once. I knew the grammar. I could read, but I couldn't speak. So let's change that starting right now. Okay, so here I am going to talk about the habit number one, that is self talk and thinking. Habit was speaking to myself every day. Yes, it feels strange at first. You sit alone and say, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about my day. The sentences are basic, maybe even a bit broken, but here is the secret. Fluency is not built in silence. This practice serves two purposes. It kills the fear of judgment and it trains your mouth muscles to produce English sounds. Then there is thinking in English. We are used to translating in our heads, right? You think in your native language, then translate to English. To stop this, I started small. Instead of complex thoughts, I would look at a glass of water and think, I am thirsty. If my mind switched back, I had gently nudged it to English again. This is a mental workout. Over a time, your thoughts becomes faster, more direct, and you stop relying on that mental translator. Okay, so now here I'm gonna talk about habit number three and four. Yes, this is active listening and reading aloud. Guys, most people listen to English as background noise. That's passive. I started listening with attention. I would pick a short video or a speech, listen to a sentence, and then pause. I would focus on the rhythm, the tone, and the pronunciation. I would repeat it to understand how English actually sounds in the wild, not just in textbooks. Then there is a reading aloud. This, this is a game changer. When you read silently, your brain is working, but your mouth is lazy. When you read out loud, your brain and mouth work as a team. And I would take simple paragraph and read them slowly. It forces you to focus on clarity. And you will notice your pronunciation getting sharper and your tongue getting less tangled over time. Okay, so now here I'm gonna share with you habit number five and six, that is called repetition and describing daily life. So here is a major mistake many make. They chase new information every day, new words, new grammar, new rules, but fluency comes from repetition. I repeated the same simple sentences and phrases until they become automatic. I stopped having to think before speaking. Then I started describing my daily life like I am making tea, I am walking, I am checking my phone. This bridges the gap between theory and reality. When you describe your actual life in English, the language stops being a subject you. steady, and becomes a tool you live with. It becomes practical. All right. Now, before we move into the next set of habit, I want to take a quick pause. I have been reading so many of your stories, and honestly, you guys inspire me so much. I'm really curious to know. We are halfway through this journey together. So tell me, what is the one specific English goal you are working towards right now? Is it speaking confidently at work? Is it clearing an interview? Or do you just want to chat freely with your friends without overthinking? So do one thing, pause this video for a 5 second and write your goal in the comments below. I read every single one and I would love to cheer for your progress. Right? So let's make this community a place where we keep each other motivated. Have you written it? Guys, if not, write it down. So let's keep going on. All right. So here I'm going to share habit number 7, 8, and 9 together. Okay. One is consistency, recording, and pushing. Guys, limits consistency is everything. I didn't practice for hours. That's exhausting. I practiced for 10 to 15 minutes every single day. Minutes daily is more powerful than 2 hours once a week. Then I started recording my voice. Yes, hearing myself. Okay, you also can hear yourself. I'll tell you, if you are going to hear yourself, it is uncomfortable, but it's the best coach you will ever have. When I listened back, I could hear my own stumbles and hesitations, and I pushed my limits. I would set a timer for 5 minutes of non-stop speaking. I would run out of ideas, stumble, and repeat myself, but I did not stop. That endurance is like, you know, weightlifting for your brain. Okay. Now, here is a habit number 10. That is simple vocabulary and the mindset shift. The 10th habit is about vocabulary uses. Stop trying to use big words. I focused on using simple words like good, important, or challenge in a creative way. Fluency isn't about complexity, it's about clarity and the mindset. So there were days I felt like giving up, but I stopped waiting for motivation and started, relying on my routine. When you brush your teeth, you don't ask if you are motivated. You just do it now. That's what English practice should be. Eventually, my identity shifted. I stopped saying I am learning English and I started saying I use English. That identity shifts changes how you interact with the world. Trust the process and let me leave you with this. Your English won't change in one day, but your daily practice will change your English over a time. Don't look for a perfect environment. Don't wait for the right moment. You have your voice, your environment, and your commitment, right? So every single small effort you make at home is building a foundation. You are training your mind, training your mouth, and building independence, right? One day you will look back and realize you don't even remember when the change happened, and you will just realize you are comfortable, expressive, and confident. That is the power of daily practice, right? So I have already discussed a lot of things in this video. Guys, go and apply on yourself if you are a beginner. Okay, not start with complex books or academic texts. Choose simple, engaging content, stories, articles, or even social media posts. The goal is not to impress anyone, but to build consistency while reading. Notice how sentences are structured. Pay attention to commonly used phrases. Language is not just vocabulary, it's a pattern. It's pattern repeated over a time. And writing is often ignored, but it is not one of the fastest way to improve. Start with simple daily tasks. Write your day, your thoughts, your goals. Do not worry about grammar mistakes. What matters is expression. When you write, you slow down your thinking process, giving your brain time to organize ideas in English. Over time, this clarity reflects in your speaking as well. Fear is the biggest barrier in this journey. Many people know basic English, but they do not speak because they are afraid of being judged. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect grammar, the perfect confidence. But perfection is an illusion. Fluency comes from imperfection repeated consistently. You must give yourself permission to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are your teachers. Every incorrect sentence shows you a gap, and every correct fills that gap. So instead of feeling embarrassed, feel curious. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? You do not wait until you are ready. You become ready by starting. So each day builds on the previous one. Each small efforts compounds into something powerful. There will be moment when you feel stuck, when you think you are not improving, but progress is not always visible immediately. Sometimes your brain is silently observing information, connecting dots, building a foundation. Trust the process. Consistency is your greatest weapon. Even if you make slow progress, keep moving because slow progress is still progress. And one day you will realize that the words you once struggle to say are now flowing naturally. This is not about becoming perfect in 30 days. It is about transforming your relationship with English. It is about breaking the fear, building the habit, and unlocking your potential. And once you cross that barrier, you will understand that fluency was never about time. It was about courage, consistency, and the willingness to begin. Many learners reach a stage where they struggle English reasonably well, but still struggle to respond quickly in conversations. Even I. This gap exists because understanding is passive, while speaking is active. To bridge this gap, you must train your brain to respond, instantly without translating from your native language. The biggest mistake people make at this stage is overthinking. They try to form perfect sentences in their mind before speaking, which creates hesitation. Fluency, however, is not about perfection. It's about how to develop this flow. You need to practice instant speaking. This means responding immediately even if your sentences are simpler or slightly incorrect. Speed builds confidence, and confidence improves accuracy over a time. This strengthens your fluency and helps your brain internalize the rhythm of the language. At this stage, it is also important to actively engage with real conversations, even if they are simulated. If you do not have a partner, you can create imaginary dialogues. Pretend you are in a situation, ordering food, introducing yourself, giving an opinion, and speak both of sides of the conversation. This may seem unusual, but it is highly effective because it prepares you for a real life interactions. Guys, you can watch my pattern series also. I have already uploaded on my channel. Okay, you can watch that. That's it for today's video. Thank you for sticking with me on this journey. Start your first 15 minutes today and keep going, right? I have already given you everything. I have already explained you everything in a very easy manner. So whatever things you like, you can apply on yourself. If you are going to apply on yourself and going to do practice for 15 minutes every day, nobody is going to stop you from speaking English. Okay, so don't be hesitant, don't be shy, don't be, don't think that your English is not good. Okay, you just think about your future, about your goals. So if you are going to do practice every day for 15 minutes, definitely you will get change in your fluency. One more thing I would like to share with you guys. I have received a lot of comments from my viewers, from you all, and I have asked one simple questions from you all, that from where you are watching my videos. So I have received a lot of comments, like people are watching from India, from Canada, from Australia, from United States, from UK, from Pakistan. So from so many countries people are watching me, and I'm feeling proud. I'm feeling proud that my content is reaching to you. Whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm making the content for you, it's reaching to you. And if you like this, please share this more to more people. All right, so here I'm going to wrap up my video, but before going, I would like to suggest you one more thing. If you haven't watched my previous videos, if you haven't watched my 30 days spoken English course, please go through it and watch it. It is for beginner. If you will watch my 30 days spoken English course, definitely you will get a lot of content, you will get a lot of things, lot of new things, lot of vocabulary, lot of sentence patterns, and whatever, like, you will not get whole thing on internet, but on my 30 days spoken English course you will get everything, and it is available free of cost for everyone. So if you haven't watched my video till now, please watch it and share it for those who want to speak English. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video to everyone. Please like the video. So this is Shalima signing off. Take care and speak English with confidence. All the best.